Thanks to those joining me live and to those that be joining me on Archive DStyle here. Let's try this again. Oh man, oh man. I don't know what happened. So apologies for that, and thank you for coming back on. I mean, oh my God, I have no idea what happened there, but I'm here. Okay. Let me know, whoever's there, if you can hear me now. Let's make sure the audio's good before I proceed. Because, yeah. Let me know if you can hear me. Someone's there. Like, can you let me know if you can hear me? Let me send out another invitation here. I already had some people on. Then I had to kind of go, ¿Qué pasó, mi gente? Your audio is good today. Thank you very much. Make sure you guys throw chat the like button if you're listening on an archive. That, you know, a lot of you are going to come in with that. So make sure you guys throw that like button, bro. So this can get more, you know, the whole nine. Okay. Man, oh man. So we got AJ10 in the house. He says, ¿Qué pasa? By the way, I don't even like that style of. So let me change that. There, that's a little better. Okay, a little too big there. A little big. It says the audio is good. Good. Okay. Marcia Chavez says audio is good. Okay, good. Okay. With that said, guys, now the audio is getting choppy. Are you fucking shitting me right now? It's getting choppy, like for real, bro. Like the audio is getting choppy. You're telling me that right now? What the fuck is going on, bro? Get it. Let me see here. Give me a second. All right. So I switched from a different frequency with the Wi-Fi. How do I sound now? Like, how is it right now, this second? It's unbelievable. I don't know what the hell's going on. I never have issues with this internet. It's good now? Good. All right. Before I dive in, we're just going to kind of wait for people to come on, but also I want to make sure that we're not losing connection here. So I switched the frequency. Let's see if that helps. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't, but we'll go on. And I also turned off the Wi-Fi on my phone to help with the bandwidth, okay? I went to 5G instead of the 4G Wi-Fi. So if I start getting sick in the middle of this live stream, okay, I don't like, because the stronger internet, like the faster one, like it's not that much of a difference, but it doesn't reach as far. That's where I have the modem. The other one does reach farther, so maybe it's a matter of it reaching, right? If you guys can hear me, press 1. If you cannot, and I sound bad anyway, press 2. Do me that favor right now. It's going to take me out. Yeah, that's right. AJ10 says 1. Good. All right. That's it. AJ's the only one that answered. All right. My God. If this was a class, I'd be a failure as a professor, as a teacher, as a mentor, in any way, shape, or form. Okay, like it's unbelievable. All right. Let's talk about coronavirus, right? Let's talk about it. Stay right here, guys. We got a lot to talk about, man. Press the like button, but stay listen. You know what I mean? We're going to have a great show for you guys tonight, okay? Okay, superpowers, Christina NWO, gotcha. But is it 1 or 2, Christina NWO? Huh? Is it 1 or 2? Anyway. Well, that's it. Let's get this started, man. Where do you guys stand with this coronavirus shit? A lot of you can come in, press the thumbs up, and leave. Can you guys give me a listen for a second? All right. I know there's other shit to go on, but give me a listen. All right. Where you guys going? You know? It is. Okay. Look. I was born, and by the way, I know it has my name on it. I know I posted it. I know that. So people are going to be like, oh, okay, D-Style. You know what I mean? But I swear to God, I make the meme. I didn't steal the meme. The meme was my idea. The concept was my idea. Not all, but some of the fighters on there were recommended, but I did not actually make it. Okay? So me, my first name starts with an E, so I'm Gennady Golovkin. All right? And I was born in March. So DStyleBoxing the immune system is Gennady Golovkin. And Corona to me. All right? The coronavirus to me is polymelanage. So you guys tell me, how hard is coronavirus going to hit me? I want you guys to tell me if I'm going to be okay. Because I think this method right here is the method. They should have this shit in hospitals, bro. Okay? Now, they should have this in the walls. It should just, what's your first name, sir? Okay. And just go down the list of the fighters. You know? What month were you born in? You got to tell the truth now. What month were you born in? All right. And they could always check the records, too, to confirm the month. You know what I mean? They could check the birth certificate and shit back in the hospital records. Make sure they're not lying about their real first name and shit. Okay? Is that really his name? Let me double check right here. Okay, that is his first name. Was he really born in this month? Okay. That's right. So I'm Gennady Golovkin, and I'm going to be fighting polymelanage. I think I'm going to be okay. All right. It's fair to say that it's not going to, Corona could come at me with his biggest, widest, most loaded shots. But even then, if I do get Corona, if it is Gennady Golovkin in there with polymelanage, I'm still going to get juiced up to gills, bro. Okay. I'm still going to take the Tylenol to, juice up my system. You know what I mean? It's a NyQuil when I go to sleep, just to get juiced up. I'm going to play fair anyway. Okay? Corner can't be taken out with pity-pat jabs. Well, that's fine because my immune system is Gennady Golovkin, and the month is polymelanage. AJ10, by the way, post me the first letter of your first name and the month you were born, people. Please do that for me. Though there's 8 people right now. So I'm expecting some responses. Okay, go ahead and post it down. Okay. All right. I've been waiting all week to do a fucking video, and this is what we're talking about. But we got to get as creative as possible when it comes to this Corona shit, okay? So don't get mad at me. This is the topic at hand, okay? So don't get mad at me about it. I'm just saying. All right? All right. So just so we could see it, there we go. Okay? So what's up? I think I'm going to knock coronavirus out. Okay? I think it's fair to say that I'm going to knock coronavirus the hell out. Kristen NWO, okay, can you please post me the first letter of your name and the month you were born? A-Rod. I don't know if your name's A-Rod, or because I know it's YouTube. Like my name's not D-Style. You know what I mean? So what's the first letter of your name? Birth certificate name, okay? And birth certificate month you were born. That's right. Okay? And you guys tell me. I'm going to hit the dream fight. Canelo Alvarez versus Hector Camacho. I think the size is going to help you right there, Christian NWO. I think you're going to be all right. All right? I think you're going to be okay, personally. Your name is Broken Down? How's it broken down? Explain it. Explain yourself. AJ10 is Pacquiao Marquez. Let's see, well, what the fuck is this dude going to do? Let me take a look here real quick. Okay. So your first name starts with an A. Okay. And just to remind you guys, February is Sugar Ray Leonard, right? Like I said, I didn't type all these names down. Okay, but that's very, very interesting. We got to leave it in the ring in the house. Okay, Dave went. Okay, so D, he is Amir Khan. And who's he going to fight? Well, what month were you born in, Dave? Leave it in the ring. What month were you born in? I need to know. Because we need to measure, you know, we need to measure your immune system versus corona here. Okay? All right. So let's check it out. All right? But we got to put, I'm going to go over the comments in a little bit. Okay? Coronavirus, a month to word. May, he's going to be fighting. It's going to be Amir Khan versus Danny Garcia. We already seen that fight. Bro, you better not get corona, bro. Okay? Because let me tell you something, bro. If your immune system is Amir Khan and corona is Danny Garcia, we already seen that. So, better be careful. Stay away from corona. But that's all right. You could always juice up, okay? Juice up with some Tylenol and NyQuil, right? You can get an oxygen tank in the middle rounds and stuff like that. Should be all right. Amir Khan versus Duran is the worst matchup. It is. Anyone with a letter D that was born in April is definitely in trouble. Well, without a shadow of a doubt. All right? I mean, looking at that list, in all honesty, for Khan, I mean, I guess, you know, I could see November, December. You could deal with that. March, obviously. You already beat March, but that's about it, bro. Okay, I'm just telling you guys right now. Okay, Sugar Ray Leonard, bro. Sugar Ray Leonard. Right. Once again, it's Sugar Ray Leonard, guys. All right. I was not gonna make the banner all over again. So like it is what it is, okay? Not Robinson, but Leonard. Cool. All right. All right. What else we got? A-Rod has Manny Pacquiao. Is Manny Pacquiao, right? Against Hector Macho Camacho. Man, bro. Like at 140 or something like that. I think, well, I mean, Hector Camacho can move. Like, I got to think about that one for a little bit. Like, I think I would pick Manny, but you better juice for that one, bro. Okay, just to be sure, right? Just to be positive. You know, just to be sure and stuff. Let's look at some of the comments on this post, by the way, just for fun. Okay, Ray Leonard, it says right there, okay. Dilo 404 boxing. Shit, Amir Khan versus Roberto Duran. Hopefully it's old Duran. All right. So we know he's in trouble. AJ10 says he's in a war. Man. You may get knocked out, bro. You know what's funny, AJ10? You're going to start like kicking Corona's ass. You know what I mean? You're going to knock Corona's ass down. It's going to look like it's almost over. But then, you know, it's going to be aferrado. It's not going to go anywhere. It's going to keep coming and coming and coming. And it's going to be a battle, bro. And then it's going to knock you out in the end. Man, everybody pray for AJ10. He's going to be in a fight for his life. No doubt about that. Okay, he's going to fall face first. Deuce09. I like the creative. I like this creative as fuck. My only gripe is Amir Khan versus Sweet Pea Whitaker. At least I'm going out fighting. Well, you could say that again. Everybody pray for this dude. I'm telling you, it's not a good luck. All right. Jay Sosa. I got Ray Mancini versus Shane Mosley. I'll take Shane in this fight by stoppage. Mancini will be a punching bag for Prime Mosley, even a Prime Mancini. Shane was a beast at lightweight, and Mancini never went above 140 pounds. I want to assume it's 135 pounds. Shane went 34-0, 32 KOs at 135, and was a beast at the weight. His quicker hands will give Ray problems all night until he stopped Ray in the 7th round. Note, I believe Shane's true decision was to an undefeated Philip Holiday, who was 31-0 himself. Another early in his career, Sugar Shane Mosley at lightweight is a fight for any boxer in history. Well said, and I do agree with that. Okay, so you kind of profit. I got Canelo naturally versus Camacho. I'm in the clear. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. You know, Canelo will get him at that Canelo weight. You know what I mean? I get it. Okay. Ben Omar says, damn, according to this, I'm blessed. I got Money May versus Dinamita Marcus. Ain't no virus touching me. I think he's in the clear. Okay. Don Shada says, I'm Amir Khan versus COVID. And COVID is Duran. Dan Shota is going to get knocked the fuck out. It's a funny ass name, by the way. Afro Rican G. I'm Adrian Broner versus Danny Garcia. Everybody pray for Afro Rican G. All right? Everybody pray for this dude. I mean, you know, it's possible he could win. Again, you guys, you could juice up. You know what I mean? So, just hope Corona doesn't mutate or some shit. But okay, Bert, damn, I get knocked out by Marcus, but I win a few and get robbed by Bob going all the way. He's Pacquiao. All right? Look at that. Jose Anaya. If Boom Boom Mancini can't beat Robert Guerrero, I'm screwed. That's a good fight. 135, it's a really good fight, actually. You're going to be in a fight. You're going to be in a fight, bro. Right? But Corona can't bring Ruben to its corner. You could juice up. Eddie LM. Triple G is fighting for me against Errol Spence 2 years ago. Spence ends up like Cal Brook. Man. Okay, I said, don't forget you can juice Tano like when he says, I'm going to have Triple G juiced to the gills for this fight. Ain't that some? All right. Make sure you guys throw a jab at the like button. All right. Top Corona fighters, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, and Pernell Whitaker. I am in trouble in the end, says AJ10. Man. All right. Biden says he's going to beat Corona. Well, good luck to him. All right. Amir Khan versus lightweight Shane Mosley. In trouble. Absolutely. Age has got a good chance. All man has to do is go the distance and win on points. Okay. Well, that's that. You guys can check out that post and give me your thoughts on there. All right. For sure. All right. Make sure you do that. Let me post this here really quick. Give me a second. One moment. So I've been doing a little bit of reading, you know, with this whole COVID-19 thing going on. We all have a lot of things in our mind and shit like that. You know what I mean? But with this COVID-19 thing going on, you know, I'm kind of exploring things outside of boxing a little bit. Although I could definitely, you know, talk some boxing with you guys if you have boxing questions. But the one thing right now that we just can't escape is this virus. You know what I mean? Like it's the number one topic in anything and everything. And for those of you that don't know, the United States is now officially number one in COVID-19 cases, guys. Right? We are numero uno in COVID-19 cases. So let's bring up the screen here. And deaths, I apologize. We've been number one in cases, but we're now number one in deaths. Right? Look at it. As of right now, the United States stands at 527,111 confirmed cases. Those aren't actual cases. It's there's people sick that's staying at home that haven't gone to a doctor. You know what I mean? Maybe there's people in an incubus stage. Like, it's we could only kind of guess at this point. But things aren't looking so good, right? As of right now, things are not looking so good. And in a day or two, we're going to be at 600,000. And by the end of the month, or probably mid-month, we're going to be at 1 million at this rate that we're going. Mid-month, 4 or 5 more days, we could easily be at 1 million. And I just think it's crazy. A lot of what I'm hearing, a lot of conspiracy theories and all that about 5G, okay, causing COVID-19. I don't know, man. Okay. Absolutely, Rod. You're more than welcome. Get the smoke chanting USA. I mean, we're going to get it. Might as well be number 1, right? Because aren't you sick of winning? We have to have a very serious conversation, guys, about the long term and what we're going to do. People don't want to have that conversation. Okay? We can't do this forever. Like, I know everyone's talking about the curve, right? Oh, we got to bend the curve. So, to kind of explain the bending of the curve, okay? So, I like to look at this model, right? It does look like it's curving if you look at the top right-hand corner, okay? Like the rate in which it's increasing. But it also looked like that, like mid-February. It looked like it was curving, but then it didn't. Like it curved, but then it didn't. See that? Mid-February looked like it was curving, and then it kind of stayed stagnant, and then bam, it had another increase. We started going up again. Right? Like that's just the way it happened. Now, the good news is that second bump the slope wasn't as high as that first bump, as you could see. Okay. From mid-February to mid-January, to mid-February was so that's some good news, but we just don't know how it can bump up, especially with Easter Sunday. Because we got people that want to go to church right now. God forgave me for my sin. I'm protected by the blood of God. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these people believe they're walking around with a force field around them. And they actually believe that the Holy Spirit's keeping the virus away from them. That's what they're believing. Okay? Now, it looks like it's always a good news when you see a curve. You'd rather see that than this. You know what I mean? But I want to ask everybody a question. And I don't know the answer to this, guys. I'm just a regular dude, just like you guys. Right? What happens when we bend the curve, right? And we start the other side of the mountain? Like, what happens then? You know what I mean? What do we do then? What do we do with that? Let me pull up my whiteboard, all right, for you guys. So I can show you a couple things, okay? Show you a couple things. How do I get rid of this shit? All right. I don't want a detour. What the hell? Like, anyway, let me unshare this screen. All right, let me get rid of that. Okay. If anybody wants to come on, by the way, just let me know in the chat. Okay. There we go. Okay. Right now, the way it looks, okay, the way it looks at the moment, right? Is up, right? So at the moment, like this is a graph, okay? There we go, right? And then this is January, February, March, April, June, right? Just for the sake of argument, you know. That's a terrible A, but forgive me, okay? It's a touchscreen. And, you know, this is, you know, the 1 million mark, and this is a 2 million mark, okay? And then above that, whatever, all right? My God, it's a horrible graph, but it's okay, okay? Just stay with me, all right? So anytime it's like it starts increasing like so, like this, that's a bad sign, right? What we wanted to do is kind of, you know, start sloping a little bit. Let the rate increase slower, right? That's what we need, all right? And then it kind of had another bump like this. But then it looks like it's starting to like curve, right? The question is, what's going to happen? We want it to do this, okay? To start dropping, right? Let's say that happens. Let's say we start seeing a drop. And we're going to finally complete the mountain. The mountain, like we already reached the peak, just like the peak of a mountain, right? And now we've seen the worst. All right, everybody, right? So what happens when they let everybody out? You know, everybody go back to work. It's good. We curved it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like there's gonna be celebration when the curve happens. You know what I mean? They're gonna make rap songs about it called the curve, and you know, do the curve. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just, they're gonna do all that, and you know, with the fucking auto tune, and you know, kids are gonna be dancing the curve and down the slope, and you know, kill Corona and all that bullshit. Like right, you're gonna have #1 hits about how we hit the curve, and you know, it's going to be, you know, kumbaya. But I don't think anybody's going to be holding hands, but they're going to be pretending to hold hands and sing kumbaya. We're ready. We defeated Corona. We're done. What happens when people go back to work? People start going back to boxing events and concerts. What happens then? What if there's another spike all of a sudden? Like, oh fuck. What do we do? Are we gonna go back to our houses? Are we gonna go back home? Is that what we're gonna do? Now I know what people are saying. Well, no, DStyle, we're gonna wait until the curve ends, DStyle. Like we're not worried about this, bro. Like we're gonna wait till this shit goes down all the way, and then whenever that is, that could be late in the year, that could be next year, right? Okay. We still have to like go back out at some point, right? Like coronavirus is sitting in the other side of the ring in the corner. And all we're doing right now is keeping ourselves in the corner and not going back out to the ring. But at some point, to make a living, they're going to ring the bell and we're going to have to go back to the center of the ring and face it. Like it's going to happen at some point. So we need to have everyone needs to have a very serious discussion about what we're going to do. All right. Now, one, I think we're dreaming if we think that curve's going to hit low that quick. I'm just telling you right now. We're dreaming. Okay. I think it's going to be a far slower process. Okay. that mountain might look like a long mesa for a long time, slowly gliding down, where it's still affecting a lot of people, right? I mean, I don't think we could be that comfortable just yet. But I need to ask you guys, there's still a lot we don't know about this virus. There's a lot of assumptions being made about this virus, okay? In my opinion, okay? Yeah, go for a lot of cities haven't but gotten hit that hard yet. We're gonna see how this plays out. But here's what I want to ask, what I want to get to. Let's say we wait till they get hit and they hit the peak and the slope goes down. Let's say we do that. Let's say we do all the right things. We got to go back out there at some point, right? Let's just say, hypothetically, let's just say that doesn't do anything. So we'll go back out there and bam, it spikes up again. Not saying that's what's going to happen. Like, I understand the arguments of herd immunity and all that. I get it. But what if, it's still contagious? It's still out there? What if all our assumptions just aren't there? I know it's going to be another wave when the summer's over, but we need to ask ourselves some serious questions about this, guys. If we can't get rid of this thing just by isolating ourselves in our home, we have to ask ourselves, how long can we do this? Right? We need to ask ourselves that question. Well, a lot of us that are working right now, even if you have an essential job, right? Even if there's at some point, more and more people are going to be losing jobs, right? Which means more and more people are not going to be able to pay. They're going to start, having to tighten the structure, what they pay for, what they don't pay for, right? Meaning a lot of your jobs are going to be negatively impacted because they're dependent on other people spending money and, on, whatever you do for a living. Okay, so we're going to see a decline in that. We're going to see businesses shut down. Can we afford to, and I'm not talking money here, I'm talking like our lives. Can we afford to go through a Great Depression? If more and more people keep losing their jobs, and more members of the household keep losing their job, we can't just give them money forever. Like, I hope people understand that. And the more people lose jobs, the less money they could spend on other things that give other people jobs. Therefore, those jobs are going to be affected too. It's going to be a very bad domino effect. It's already happening, but it's going to start escalating, getting worse. All right. So I'm trying to ask the question, for how long can we do this? Like, at this moment, I think it's reasonable. I think we're learning about this virus. It's giving us some window to kind of figure some things out and restructure our lives and things of that nature. But we can't do it forever, right? There's going to be some enthusiasm as people get their $1,200 check, and you know what I mean? There's going to be a little bit of a bump, and people are going to be okay for a month or two. But I mean, I want to ask you guys this. Do you really think $1,200 is going to be enough? Like, for someone who just lost their job, that's a little bit of help for the month. Better nothing, right? But it's not that much of help. That covers maybe 1 month of rent or 1 month of mortgage for most people. If they're lucky, they might be able to still buy a value meal from McDonald's or whatever's left after they pay that. That might help somebody pay their utilities or car payment, insurance or something for a month. You know, it's going to help some people. We're going to have a little bit of a bump here, but then what? This is the largest stimulus package in the history of this country. Okay. And only 10% of it went to working Americans. I repeat, only 10%. Where's the rest? They gave the banks, you know, some money so they could give out loans. Guess what they're doing? They're not giving any. They still have red tape. Bank of America came out and they have some loophole, from my understanding, that well, you could take out a loan, but you have to have a Bank of America, you know, credit card, and you could take out a loan. Even though the federal government's saying, "Oh, we got it. Just lend them the money. Lend small businesses the money." These corporations are going to run through that money. If things keep going the way they're going, they're going to run through that money in 2 or 3 months. And then what happens when we're done with that money? What do we do then? Do another huge stimulus package with more and more people not working? This, guys, is going to be a long recovery. This is not going to be easy. All right. There is a domino effect that we haven't even felt yet, guys. Some people are just, I remember like they announced like, oh, like 5 million people lost their job like 2 days ago, like in one day. Okay, those people lost their jobs. A lot of companies will kind of withhold your paycheck for like a week or two. So they're going to be okay for a week or two, right? And then we're going to get that check. And so like we're not going to feel the effects of that for about another 2 months. Like for us to really feel the effects of everything that's going on. Like a lot of these essential businesses are a lot of them are losing money, or they're not making as much money. It's just, this is a mess, guys. I'm telling you, this is a mess. Huge mess. Miguel Martha, I don't disagree with what you said. For those guys that don't understand, so they could have given every American, if from what last time I checked, and I'll try to be conservative with it, they could have given every American $30,000 for the year. All right. And I'm telling you, we would have been all right. Now, am I all for giving everybody $30,000? Not necessarily, okay? What they should have done is given every American $1,000 every month until this shit's over. Like, you know, if it lasts for 30 months, and hey, okay, but that's what they should have done. But that's not what they're doing. I don't know if they'll continue to do it, but any money going forward, because it doesn't make sense to give it to the corporations. You give it to people like you and I, okay? You give every American $1,000. They're going to spend it because most of us have, especially now, don't have that much expendable. We need to use it, right? Because I'm referring to expendable income, but we need to use that money. So if I get money and I go spend it at Walmart, well, Walmart's going to make profit off of that money. Like these corporations are going to get the fucking money anyway. All right. And it's going to help their businesses because we're going to be spending money on those businesses. And it's going to help jobs because people are spending money towards those jobs. Corporations are getting money and they're laying people off. Do you guys not understand that? Okay, so we need to kind of understand, like, they're dumping our taxpayer money to help Wall Street stay afloat. They were dumping like $1 trillion a day. It was ridiculous. All right. And then these companies are still like laying off people. Don't give them the money. Give us the money because we're going to spend it to the economy. This bill was worthless, bro. It's a worthless bill. No, but bro, I need $1,000. You guys are too simplistic in your thinking. My God, you need $1,000 that bad? You wouldn't want to fight for something better? Like, oh, I just want my money. I don't give a fuck, bro. I just want my money. I just want my $1,000. It's $1,000. Give me my money. Like, I understand you want the money. A lot of people need the money, and a lot of us want the money. Who doesn't want $1,000? But the question is, what are we doing with that money? A lot of you people are going to get those $1,000, bro. What are they going to do? They're going to go to Best Buy and buy a computer. Okay, they're going to go to Best Buy and buy a TV. Okay, they're going to get that one thing they've wanted for a while, but they're living paycheck to paycheck. So like they're going to use it as some type of like a second income tax check is how they're going to use it. Okay. And you know that might, and you're going to see it's going to help the economy. There's going to be a bump for a month or two, right? But the question is, what the fuck? Do you guys understand that honeymoon state's going to end? You guys understand that? GoFro, I agree. They should have universal basic income for the time being, right? Yes. And here's what I argue, okay, to make things fair, right? Essential workers, right, should get paid double time, okay, for working under hazardous conditions. Batista, why not? A lot of you motherfuckers learned how important all those people you've been looking down on for okay, all these people working minimum wage, now you know how fucking important they are, right? Because without those people doing their job right now, none of us will be able to fucking function. All those Walmart employees and shit, all those years you guys talked about, well, I don't think they should make $12 an hour. $7 an hour is fine. A lot of you every day, bro. Okay, you're at McDonald's getting that fucking free meal for your kids, right? After all those years talking shit about McDonald's employees. Giving them more work during this fucking time, okay, for a free meal for your kids. How about you fuck off, right? So that's number one. I hear you go, Flo. That's number one. Truck drivers should be getting. Anyone who works at warehouses, Amazon, okay? Anyone who works like a truck driver should be getting some type of hazardous pay, right? And everyone should be getting a UBI, no matter what. Period. Right? Period. Look at these banks, the money. Fuck the banks. You know what you tell the banks? You tell them, hey, we're giving every American a UBI. So that's what they're going to use to pay the rent or the mortgage. Okay? We need to freeze rent. No, you're going to get a UBI. We're going to give you money to pay your rent. Okay? We're going to give you that money. Other things, if they got to repull your car, whatever. You know what I mean? That is what it is. We can't save everything, guys. I hear you, J10. You know what I see? I don't know if you guys notice it, bro. A lot of these employees, bro, they're stressed the fuck out, dude. I notice it, right? People, like, imagine being surrounded by a bunch of people acting like animals, right? Imagine being in that fucking, that's crazy. GoFlow says Target, same thing. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. All of a sudden, everyone's dependent on all these workers, bro. Because you're not going to get the toilet paper to wipe your fucking ass I don't care how much fucking money you make, right? Without these workers, you ain't gonna get shit. Okay. Now you know how important that cleaning lady is, right? All those people that get demonized, you know, or not demonized. Not demonized is not the right word. They don't make them out to be bad guys, but what's the word I'm looking for? They look down on them. I can't think of the word, but right, all these people that they look down on, right? I know, God, I always use this word, and I can't remember the word, but all these people, right, aren't shit without the essential workers. You ain't shit, bro. Right? You ain't shit. I figured out how much you ain't shit. And can a lot of you do me a favor? Can you stop wearing gloves if you're going to be opening the fucking bag of potato chips and eating out of the fucking bag, okay, with your fucking gloves on? This is fucking pathetic, bro. I'm seeing people opening up Hershey bars and fucking and all this shit with the fucking gloves. The same gloves that were like grabbing shit with and walking with a cart with and shit. Are you crazy? Are y'all crazy? And where you all at right now? You're so fucking worthless. Like, a lot of you have realized how worthless you are, by the way. Okay? A lot of you have. Oh, me, I'm successful. A lot of you can't even get your fucking money from the people that rent your fucking property right now. Because they don't got money to pay you. Right? A lot of banks aren't getting, you know, their money from renters. Like, the commercial business, bro, is in trouble. Okay? The commercial, all that, dude, I'm telling you right now, bro. Man, that's right. Belittle's a good word, Jose. But you know what I'm seeing, dude? I'm seeing that. I'm seeing people yell at employees. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Anyone who starts yelling at fucking Walmart employees, we don't got time for this, bro. They should be kicked the fuck out. Kick them out. We don't got time right now for good customer service. Fuck all that bullshit, bro. Okay? Let's cut the fucking bullshit, can't we? Essential employees should not be required, okay, to be good customer service. Let's get to the fucking point and get these people out of the fucking store, okay? What do you mean? I went to the store the other day. What do you mean you don't have toilet paper? What the fuck are you doing? There's no toilet paper, lady. What do you want? Like, you're just yelling at somebody for no reason. But what do you mean? It's Walmart. What do you mean you don't have toilet paper? I want your manager right now, fucking with short hair and shit. God damn. What do you mean? Shut the fuck up. I don't know about this. I can't believe you don't have the wipes. Well, what do you mean you have the Lysol on the bottle, but you don't have it on the wipes? Lady, grab the Lysol and go fucking pay for it, or leave it there and someone else will take it, okay? Or get the fuck out of the store, okay? Like, it's not that complicated. I need to speak to the manager. I need to know, and then there's people that think they could pay, right? There are people that think they can fucking pay in advance for shit. I see them at the stores, right? They'll be in the cashier and shit, and they'll be like, I got money, and I would totally like pay more money if you guys can like reserve some Lysol wipes and some hand sanitizer. If I can get your manager, please, lady. Like, I'm all for it. I think, honestly, I think cashiers should be allowed to just tell people to get the fuck out. Like, right now. I honestly believe that. Right now, this moment, we don't got time for this. We don't have time for, like, where else are they going to go? Right? It's not like you got to fight for, you know, for people to go buy the toilet. They're gonna go wherever toilet paper is anyway. Okay. Right now, people should, like, cashier should be able to tell you, get the fuck out of the store. Nah, but these style, I don't give a fuck. I'm all for them saying, get the fuck out of the fucking store. Okay? I'm all for it. Because everybody else, like, we're waiting in line. Have you seen these lines? And I understand it. I understand why the lines are long, and I get we're 6 feet apart. Okay? But there's people like they're making the lines longer than they have to be. The sign said 1 case of water bottles. Why do you get 2 cases and then argue with the damn cashier or the person overseeing it? Oh, this is bullshit. It's my money. I could buy 2 if I want. You got a whole case over there. And my friend Bob came the other day and he took 4. Well, why did he get to take 4 and I didn't get to take 4? I don't know. I don't know why. But the sign said 1. And we're waiting in line, motherfucker. So now Walmart employee has to take it out of your card and go take it back over there. And you're just giving them extra work for no fucking reason. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? But it didn't say it. I didn't see the sign. Well, it's not my fault that you don't know how to fucking read. It's not my fault that you don't have common sense. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. You're an idiot. Get the fuck out. Okay? Get out. People trying to pay in advance, like at the store for toilet paper. Bro, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're going to reserve a spot for toilet paper. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? This toilet paper craze really made people realize how much we're all the same, bro. We all got to take a shit and wipe our ass. Ain't nobody spared of that. Nobody. Some of you, man, son cagones. I mean, I do question, like, oh, how many shits a day do you take? God damn, bro. What type of shits do you take? What do you mean you got 10 of those boxes in Sam's Club and bought them all at once? Like, what? That's like 2-3 years supply of toilet paper, bro. What are you doing? People spent their whole check just buying toilet paper. Like, what's going on? Where are you going to put it? Like, what? I don't get it, man. Some people are just stupid, dude. Like, there's no other way to put it. None. No way to put it. Yes, AJ10, I see that shit all the time, and it's obvious, bro. The loophole. They all go together in a van, pay separately at the cashier, then stack up all the water and toilet paper in the same van. That's, and those are definitely Mexicans. Okay. God damn. Mira, tú ve para allá, yo voy para acá, pero no me mires. No me vas a ver porque yo no te conozco, okay? Yo no te conozco. I don't know who you are. Shit's crazy, bro. Okay? Shit's crazy. One of them forgets, hey, pero, shh, yo no te conozco. I don't know you. I don't know you, woman. I don't know who she is. But you two just happen to be buying the same exact thing, right? I'll give those people credit, though. At least they get creative with it. Not like those idiots that just think they're entitled to do it, so they put it all in the same fucking cart. At least give it some effort, at least. Huh? The bin they wash it, right? Man, I don't know if I want a fucking spray. Is that the one that sprays up your ass and shit, cleans your ass in the toilet? I don't know if I want that, bro. I think I'm good. But anyway, but I guess it would save people a lot of money. Like, you know what? They could have probably bought one of those instead of all that toilet paper. You know, but there's people buying commercial toilet paper. Mira, agarré 2 papeles comercial. Like, what you do? What? I bought some commercial toilet paper. Well, like, you know those big ones that they have, like the fucking huge roll. Some people are buying those, bro. Where to put that at the top of the sink? Like, well, what is this? What are you doing? That's right. I think on school. It's weird how they prioritize thinking of shit like they're, yeah, at least I can take a dump in the next 6 months. You can say that again. Those suck. Absolutely. Yeah. That's right. But for those that don't know, at DStyleBoxing, you can follow me on Twitter. I also have that same thing on there. The meme or whatever. Okay. You know what I mean? All right. Let me take this off. I don't even know why that's still up there. You know what I mean? But what are the type of people, bro? Like, and then there's people that are acting as if, like, when you walk outside, it's like a nuclear holocaust. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, bro. There's no other way to put it. Like, you know what? Let me. I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to share this. I got to do it. Got to do it. No other way around it. No other way around it, guys. Let's see. Let's bring it up. Shout out to Orlando Solito, by the way. He tweeted out telling people in Mexico to stay home. All right? Or to try and stay home. Shout out to him. I am convinced, guys, that first of all, we are lucky. This thing is not deadly on contact. We're lucky. Like if this shit was deadly on contact, we'd be fucked, bro. Right? Look at this. Okay. Look at this. Let's start with this right here. Right? Look at this. You don't gotta worry about McDonald's killing you in the long run with diabetes and shit. You know, fuck it, just die of COVID. You know what I mean? Well, I got gloves on, so it's all good. Dude had a mask on, gloves on. Like, why even go through all that? You're gonna do that. That's the worst thing you could do. Get in your hands and eat it. Look at this. Look at that lady. Look at them both. Actually, look at those fries, bro. They're like mesmerized with the fucking fries. God damn! Look at I'm about to slaughter this fry. These fries are about to get fucking destroyed, bro. Look at this. I wonder how fries taste with COVID-19 in them. You know, instead of sal, we put some COVID on them. You know. What's going on? They're like, it's Armageddon. Any toilet paper shit's insane. I can get annoyed when people are near me on their phone and they're talking loud. I can't believe the line. Right. Can't believe it. Like, it's been like this for 3 months, but you can't believe it. Right. And a lot of these people believe in God, but they can't believe that the lines are long at Walmart. Okay. McDonald's is essential. How does McDonald's taste with coronavirus on them is what I want to know. Like, are they that good? Like, what's going on? Let's see, what else do we got here? Where's the other picture now? Hold on. There we go. So first of all right. First of all, hold on. I'm saving the best for last, but let's do this one first. I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's worse. Eating the Doritos with the gloves on or opening the bag backwards. I don't know what's worse. Which one's worse? I don't know. I have no clue. Zero. I don't know. I give up. I'm done. I don't fucking know. I walked inside McDonald's to order food and over. Are you having, you mean, AJ10? Why did this dude eat the Doritos with gloves on? And why did he open it backwards? Is what I want to know. What's going on, Mr. Doc? I don't understand it. Marissa says she can't believe people can be that stupid. Okay. So check it out. So I'm saving the best for last. But there's so many questions. You know what I mean? Like, why are we here? What's the purpose of life? Is there a God? Why did you open the bag of Doritos backwards? So many questions that we just need to ponder upon. Why are you eating shit in line with gloves on, people? You're better off eating them without the gloves. This is crazy. I would have crushed the Doritos and put the bag in my mouth. I mean, why even open it? The question is, what you open it backwards? What I want to know. Because I have to question this dude's decision, period. I need to know, why did he open it backwards, and why is he eating with the fuck gloves on? What are you doing, dude? All right, let's look at the other one. Let's look at the other ones, okay? I'm saving the best. This one takes the cake, okay? This one takes the cake, right? Look at this dude. He's got rubber gloves on, and he took his right glove off so he can text. Get it? I don't want to touch my screen with a dirty glove on. I'm not stupid like those dudes that eat chips with gloves on. I'm going to take my glove off, and I'm going to put it in my mouth. I'm going to hold the glove with my mouth. I mean, talk about this dude. I mean, talk about hold my beer. See the beer right there? He said, hold my beer. I could do one better. This dude probably looks at those other people eating fries and chips with gloves on and says, man, those people are stupid. I'm smart. I'm not going to type on my phone with a dirty glove on, or maybe it could be that the touchscreen wasn't responsive, right, with the glove on, whatever the material is. But I'm going to take off the glove, and I could put the glove in my back pocket. I could put the glove, on the side of my pocket. I could, on the stroll, whatever. I can do that. No, I'm going to put the glove in my mouth. That's what I'm going to. Oh, that makes perfect sense. That makes all the sense in the world. And he's got a NASA shirt on. Mr. Doug, that's right. Do you know how many conspiracy theorists are going to look at this photo and be like, and y'all think NASA's smart? Checkmate. I really hope this dude doesn't work in NASA. I doubt it, but I really hope he doesn't. Could you guys imagine if this dude was like a rocket scientist? I'd be like, God damn. No, es pendejo porque no está grande. And by the way, I like how he only put the very tip of the glove with his teeth while he texted. The flat earth people are definitely sharing the video. He's doing that. What's up to David Castillo? He's doing that while he's sending the pics of the people eating fries with the gloves on. Okay? This dude, yo, this guy is sharing that photo with somebody right now. Like, oh man, look at this moron. But he's talking like this. Man, this guy's a fucking idiot, bro. Because he's got the glove in his fucking mouth. Okay? And he's texting to these people, man, you got to take a look at this, bro. Look at these fucking morons, bro. Look at these idiots eating the fries with gloves on. Now, the worst part is all these other people, like her in the right, and this dude right here, and this dude right here, they were caught by somebody being a metiche, okay, just fucking spying on them and shit, and took a picture of him like an asshole. But I do think the photos are necessary, though. We need to publicly shame this so people can stop doing it, okay? This dude live streamed it himself, bro. Look at this. He live streamed it himself. He live streamed himself with a mask and gloves on. Look, I'm being careful. And then he started eating the fries. That's what happened. The space is fake. People are going to come back and forth. Absolutely, bro. Especially if he works in NASA. If that dude works in NASA and they find out and is like, dude, I'm telling you. The guy on the left, I'm not sure what you mean, the side by side. I think they're both doing the same thing, AJ. I don't know what was worse, but there's people out here, by the way. No one's saying don't be precautious, okay? Nobody's saying that, right? But stop acting like it's a nuclear holocaust, bro. Right? Like people walking outside with like total body mask and shit, with trash bags over their head, looking like the Wizard of Oz. What's going on? You know? What's going on over here? Let me see if I can find I don't know if I could find any pictures here, guys. Give me a second. Like this. People have like Halloween costumes on, and what are you doing? Like, what is this? Why are you doing this? Like dinosaur pictures on, like costumes, like why? Like, I don't get it. Like that little hole right there, like if Corona gets in there, it's actually worse. Okay? It's actually worse. It's gonna go inside the and you're gonna get like, I just don't get it. What are you doing? With a burqa. This is amazing, bro. You guys really think that work? You think covering your whole body works? Iran does that every day. They're still getting Corona. He live streamed himself. Hashtag McDonald's run. Wow. It's unbelievable. Let me see if I can find some other pictures for you guys. This is crazy. I mean, I'm finding a lot of doctors and stuff like that, which obviously they got to be covered, but I don't know, man. I'm just, man, I'm trying to find where these pictures are. Okay. Let's see if I can. Okay, I found them. Okay. Yeah. Wow. So let me share the screen. Wait, what? Oh, no. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why do you have a plastic soda bottle? Why are you wearing a plastic bottle over your head? What are you doing? What? I mean, what is this? Why? What are you doing? What is this? Let me see if I can find another one. Let's see. Let me see. Nothing that I particularly find funny, but I mean, it's not the ones I was looking at, man. But I saw somebody with a scuba diver suit. Scuba diver suit. They're walking around Walmart with scuba diver suit. Okay, with a mask and everything, and the tank in the back. I swear to God. DStyle, you're full of shit. They're walking around with a scuba diver suit with a gas tank in the back, bro. Okay. The worst part, this dude that they cover their whole face and they got a wife beater on. What are you doing, bro? Where did they get that giant bottle? I don't know, bro. I think it's one of those juice ones. If you got to the market, they have that orange juice. But if anybody wants to come on, let me know. If anybody wants to come on here and prove their religion or something to me, that's fine. I'm gonna post a link in the chat in case anybody wants to come in. If not, I'll cut it short. But seen that on my boy's story. Holy shit. Yeah. There's people walking around with like those plastic suitcases, the see-through ones. Like, you know, like they just unzip it enough to kind of put over their head. And they're walking around with it. What are you doing? Okay. Are you shitting me? Guys, you can go for a walk, and as long as you're not close to people, it's okay. All right? Just wear a mask. If you just wear a face mask, that's all you need to wear. Okay? If you want to feel extra comfortable, put some sunglasses on. Okay? Or there's some people with wearing goggles, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? But come on, dude. But they wear all that. They have gloves on, but they have like short shorts and flip-flops. Nice going, ladies. You know? Short shorts and flip-flops. Did I post the thing or not? I didn't post. I did post it. Never mind. I did. Okay. I want to end something in regards to religion. Okay. So hold on. Wait a second. Wait a second, guys. Holy shit. Give me a second. Oh, fuck. My computer's dying. I had a full. GoFlow. I think the gloves are making it worse. Okay. There's people that have gloves on and they think it's all good because they have gloves on. You know what I mean? So at least when people don't have gloves on, they're conscious of not touching their face more, and they'll go wash their hands afterwards, and things like that. But I honestly feel people are less likely to open a bag of chips and eat out of it if they don't have the gloves on. Okay. Like, I honestly believe that. And I agree, AJ10. I don't know if I'm going to dive into that today because I could dive into that tomorrow. You know what I mean? And I've kind of gone through that a lot. The whole religious thing and all that. Man, I've gone through that like crazy. So if anybody, I don't know, A-Rod, Mr. Doc, I know those have come on before, but if anybody wants to come on, let me know. I wear sunglasses so I don't touch my face, is AJ10. I have a habit of touching my face, whether it's to scratch my face or when I'm thinking or something like that, but my hands are clean. You know what I mean? So, saying. You wash your hands, you disinfect it, you know what I mean? Well, I did touch on that earlier, Mr. Doc. You catch it on archive, but just kind of quick rundown. I think we haven't seen the beginning of this. It's going to be a long, and people need to stop looking at the economy. People are losing their jobs right now. So I think it's going to be a long road to recovery. We haven't even felt the impact yet. We just haven't. You know what I mean? And we're running out of, like, we're just running out of a lot of things we could do. You know what I mean? They're over here. I don't know, man. This, if you want to call it a bailout, whatever, right now, but it's gonna be a long road, bro. It's gonna be a long, long road. The economy could recover, but people look at stocks and stuff like that. But dude, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go, man. To be honest with you. Let's get Jose on here. What's going on, Jose?
Nothing much, bro. I'm just going in. Come that DStyle.
Just chilling, man. What's on your mind?
Nah, nothing, man. It's just I heard you talking about like religion. I know it's a controversial subject, but
Yeah.
I grew up Jehovah's Witness, and I have some knowledge that even though I'm not like 100% right with God right now, I still like hold those beliefs, and I could kind of correlate it with what's going on right now in the world, and I know you got on that dude, that Dunkin' Donuts dude.
Yeah.
But I actually believe like all the miracles that Jesus did and all that, and I know like some people are skeptical about all that, like the flood and all that, but I don't know if you have any questions, but I'm not necessarily wanting to get into that, but like with a lot of stuff that's going on right now. Well, I can, but a lot of the stuff that's going on right now is kind of like related to like the end of days, like the critical times hard to deal with will be here. And I know that in Revelation it talks about like the horsemen, the like all of the horsemen, and one of the one with the scales, the death, that includes like pandemics, because if death was going to take a certain amount of people, and that would cover like all the pandemics that have gone on in the world. So the Bible does talk about stuff like this, So it's kind of like, I wanted to throw that out there.
Well, let me get somebody background. So you grew up. When you say you grew up, Jehovah, are you still a Jehovah's Witness?
Well, right now I'm disfellowshipped, but I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to get back.
Well, what does that mean? Just kind of tell me what that means.
Disfellowship is okay. I was, but I did some bad stuff, and I confessed, and I can't hear you.
Okay.
I confessed, because nobody forces you to be a Jehovah's Witness. So when you don't live by their same standards, it's like you kind of have to say, you kind of have to like, either you're not or you are. So if you're not living by the standards of the religion, then you can't be part of the religion, So they'll kick you out for a while. You can come back. You just can't talk to anybody because you're like kind of like shunned. But you can go to the meetings, you pay attention, and like within 6 months, if you really don't want to go back, you can't. You're allowed. You're a brother once again. You know what I mean?
Okay. So even though you're not, I guess, a member of it, but you do believe in that religion, right?
Yeah, because I grew up in it, ever since.
Gotcha. Have you ever like thought about like how can I put it? Questioning, even though you were brought up with it, but have you ever thought about questioning a lot of the things that you were taught? And growing up.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, you can question it, but honestly, I believe it. You know, it's like I already have all the answers. You know, and I'm not saying I'm not kind of like saying,
Right.
well, yeah, to me I have the answers. I have the answers. And the funny thing is, I know that like other religions, they'll just like, you know, they'll try to get in battles with you, and you say how you know you're, but like Jehovah Witnesses have a lot of answers, and they do study the Bible, and that's why you see them preaching, you know, door to door, and you know, and that's why they can get into conversations with people because they can answer a lot of questions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, what is the position of Jehovah Witnesses with Christ? What's the official position?
Okay. With Christ, they believe is God's Son, only begotten Son. So they don't believe in the Trinity. So in other words, there's Jehovah is the Father. Jesus Christ is his only begotten Son, which he created a long time ago. That was his first creation, and he helped God create the world. So when Adam and Eve sinned or whatever, they lost their perfection, their perfect status. They became imperfect. So God sent his only begotten Son in the form of human life to the earth as a ransom, like an exchange, because his son was so that's why they say God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son. So they don't believe in a Trinity. They're two different. It's a God. That's why he sent him. So he can't send himself. So it is, you know, that's so that's basically.
Can I ask you this? Why can't he? He's God. He could do anything he wants. So why can't he send himself?
Because I guess he can, but he can't he can, but really he can't because God is he's holy. He can't he's not gonna put himself in that situation because God is nobody can see God. Like God is like the most holy of holy persons out there.
Did Moses see God?
Moses Moses he went up to the mountain and he didn't see God. He didn't see God.
He didn't see God. He talked to a bush, right?
Yeah,
Bush with
he
fire.
talked to him. Yeah.
If I just want you to be honest with me. If I told you guys today, right, that I talked to a talking bush that was on fire, you would think either you would think I'm crazy or you would think I was high or something, right?
Okay, I realized that because you were saying that with the Dunkin' Donuts guy to prove a miracle. But the thing is, the Bible goes so far even to answer that question that there is no miracles in our time. The miracles only serve a purpose in the time being, you know. And I know you could say, well, yeah, that's convenient, you know, but that's what it is. And when Jesus did the miracles, he did them. Like for example, when he showed himself to his apostles, you know, he kind of like corroborated the fact that he had been resurrected. So like, but in the meantime, they had been showing faith in him, because faith, honestly, you have to have faith, but you can't just depend on the miracles. You know, you have to have faith. So that's why today people want, you know, they're all okay. Well, if God, you know, let me see God, or let him do miracles. Well, no, it's because those were on. I'm kind of like going around in circles, but you know,
for those asking, that's Jose, by the way. I know people keep asking who's that, but
yeah.
I just here's what I want to ask you, right? So let's go with faith, right?
But just think about it. Let me flip it around. If God was to show himself to anybody, or like people would automatically believe, and they would do God's will. You know, so if he did that, what would be the point of having faith and just doing you know, proving yourself to God? You know, what would be the point if you could say, oh, you know what I mean? You kind of have to like show him.
Well, it would give clarity. So when you say faith, right? What happens with this is every religion. Every religion says, well, you have to have faith, right?
There's a meaning to faith too. If you look
hold
it
on,
up in the
dictionary. Wait. So let's kind of go by it. Let's go by what you're saying. If you ask that to a Catholic, they're going to say the same thing. If you ask that to any form, and there's hundreds of, if not thousands, versions of Christianity. Okay, you're just one. of many.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So which one of those are right? I don't know. Okay.
Okay. Okay. The Bible says. The Bible says. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, dude.
Let me finish my point. If you ask a
Yeah.
Muslim, they're going to say faith. If you ask any other religion, faith. If you ask them back in the Greek times, faith. That's how I know Zeus is real. Faith, right? If you ask, when they believed in Thor, faith. There were always religion has always been based on faith. They all give you the same answer. What I want to ask you is because I know you keep saying, well, it's not just faith, but how do you determine that your faith is right, but everyone else's is wrong? Like all the other religions.
Okay. Here's the answer. Knowledge. The exact knowledge of God. You can't have faith without the exact knowledge. You have to I don't know if you can hear me, but I don't know.
Yeah, I could hear you. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You have to have faith, but according to the principles of God. You can't just have blind faith. Yeah, you can have blind faith, but you know what I mean?
You want me to be honest?
Yeah.
I think you have blind faith.
You think I have blind faith?
Most definitely. Because other than you feel him, or it says on the Bible, other than that, because
yeah, I don't feel him. It's not about feeling.
Okay, who wrote the Bible?
It was written by 40 men, inspired by God.
Okay. And you're confident that those 40 men wrote down the word of God?
Yes.
How do you determine that?
Because if you look at the Bible, it just say if it's if you take everything into context, it's like a puzzle. I mean, if you even scientists can't reject a lot of the things that went on. Like they can't disprove that Jesus didn't exist. There is a lot of proof. Geographically, or what do you call it? Historically, they cannot say it didn't. Just like they can't say there wasn't a flood because we weren't alive back then. You know what I'm saying?
So because we can't disprove that, like let me put it this way: the onus of proof is on you, right? I can say anything. I can say that I banged a hot broad today. You know what I mean? You don't know if that's true or not.
The thing is, it's not. I don't have to prove anything either. All I have to do is me. If I want to believe it or not or accept it, that's on me.
That's true.
I'm not trying to bend anybody's arm. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you. I hear you.
Okay.
I'm not saying you're trying to bend anybody's arm. However, you didn't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Let's kind of dive back to it though, because in the end, like you're telling me God cannot just come. On one hand, you tell me God cannot just come out and say, "Hey, I'm here," and then okay, everybody will worship Him. But then I keep getting this kind of explanation. This happens a lot with religious people. They explain me things like, well, totally, 40 men wrote it down, and it was the will of God, and that's totally complete proof for me, and I have to believe in that because that's what it requires of me to believe in my religion. But that's not good evidence, bro, at all. Like that's actually weak evidence.
Yeah, and by any means, I am not a confrontational person. I just called you to just give you my experience, or you know what I mean. But I don't think it's about the 40 people. That's not the point. It's about what they wrote. You know what I mean? You can't just look at the cover. You have to look inside the pages. And that's if you study the Bible and you take all the accounts and everything that is read. And the reason why people chose men to write the Bible because it's for our benefit. So He chose men, imperfect men, because we needed to relate to it. Do you know what I mean? That's what I've been taught, or that's what I've been taught, and that's what I believe, because what I've been taught makes sense to me.
It's true.
And that's why I believe it. So just like Jesus, he did. Jesus was here on earth, so he understands humans. So he I mean,
I just think
I
that if
don't
a
know.
God is all knowing, this is my
Yeah.
opinion. If a God is all knowing, he doesn't need to come here and all that to know humans. If he can, if this God can be in our minds and we can pray directly to this God and all this, he wouldn't need to be among us to understand us.
Yeah, like I said, he sent his son. But the thing is, God has standards of his own justice. He cannot, you know, even like he's so righteous that he can't even betray his own righteous standards. So therefore, when Adam and Eve sinned, he can't just say, "Oh, cool, you're forgiven." No, there needed to be an equal sacrifice, and you know, so he didn't he saved us, but not because he had the obligation or just because he could. He saved us because he loved us, and that's why he sent his son, because it was a sacrifice to him. And it was kind of like an exchange, like an even exchange.
So,
Perfect
so,
life for a perfect life, because
so,
that's
so
what Adam forfeited.
sure. So let's go with that really quick. So Adam and Eve, right? He could like he had to like break like the law is a law and you broke my law or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Um, so he had to punish everybody, right? That was the original sin. Okay.
Well, the way we've been taught is no, it's not about punishing everybody, but since they were the first uh, couple on Earth, it's like a mold. They became imperfect, and we inherited the imperfection. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. So or what now? Okay, I got you. But then what God did, right? I want you to listen to what I'm saying, like really closely. I'm gonna word it in my way, but it means the same thing. Okay. So God, in order to forgive us, sent his son to get crucified by us, to get tortured and crucified in order to forgive us.
Uh, yeah, basically, but it was also about Jesus. He kind of offered himself voluntarily too, and by Jesus doing that, he proved himself to God. And this is what the Bible says. So after Jesus proved himself, he was exalted. So that's why he's king. He's the king of a new kingdom. And yeah, and we now have the opportunity, as a Jehovah's Witness believe, to live forever on earth. There is some people that are going to heaven, like there's a number, but that's another subject. But that's basically, I'm just telling you the beliefs. You know,
Right, right.
I'm not saying. I know you asked me if God was perfect. Why did He send His Son? And, killed His own Son. Well, He didn't kill Himself. That it's kind of like the justice thing that I told you.
So he had to, I mean, you kind of already know what I'm going to say, I think. You know what I mean? But
What's that?
I think you already know what I'm going to say to that.
No, but go ahead and say it.
Like, I just think that that's nonsense, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean any at all. It's not against you or anything like that. It's just religion
No,
itself.
and it's no skin off my back, man. It's no skin off my back. I mean,
No, the reason
that
I'm saying that is because you said you don't want to be confrontational and all that. I'm honest.
no, I'm not. But I'm just calling you to tell you what I believe. It's not. It's not.
I got you.
I don't want you to think that I'm trying to be confrontational. But I'm just.
We're
And I've
cool.
been listening to your channel for a long ass time.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just think that, especially when you say it out loud, it doesn't sound very convincing, bro. Like, I gotta be honest.
Well, but you don't have to take my word for it. You can just see what other Jehovah Witnesses think, or what other Christians think, and that they have the same basic principle. I mean, I know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I didn't word it. Maybe I could have said it more convincing. Maybe I'm not the best speaker, but that's the gist of it, man. That's the gist of it, bro. I mean,
Okay. Outside of the Bible.
Because imagine if Adam and Eve would have sinned and he would have said, "Okay, cool, let's start over." What would they have said? Because the thing is, as I was explained, there's God has a bunch of angels, and they were all seeing this. So if God would have just let everything roll and just gave him another chance, and plus Satan was involved too. Satan is the one who convinced Adam and Eve, and he was kind of taunting God. So if he would have just allowed them to, and Satan already knew what was going to happen. You know what I mean? It's just like it's stuff like that, man. It's another. We can't like completely. It's another world over there in the heavens. They got their own. They got to, just like we have stuff going down here. They got stuff going on up there. But and right now God has permitted wickedness to go on because just like Job, Satan touched Job because Satan told God that Job wouldn't be faithful. So after Satan gave him the COVID-19 and killed all his kids and everything. So, but he did prove himself faithful, and God gave him everything back. So that's kind of like a lesson for us, and that's the question at hand. That's why God has permitted wickedness to continue, because we have to like earn that right, or we have to like choose whose side we're going to be on. It's not, you know what I mean?
Or maybe none of it's true.
Then what do we have to look forward to? I'd rather look forward to something. You know what I mean?
So no, I mean, regardless of what we feel about it, right? I just want to ask you, like, what if there's nothing? Like, I'm not saying there is or there isn't. I'm just saying, what if like none of that's true? Like in your world, like what? Have you ever considered that in any way, shape, or form?
Well, I am just a human, just like everybody else, just like you, and I have had my fair share of like sins and stuff. So by me not living according to God's word, I am saying that I don't believe in anything. Yeah, I don't look forward to anything. Like, yeah, what is there to look forward to if there isn't any hope out there? I would just be like doing whatever, cruising around, getting high, banging a bunch of chicks, But since I know that's what God doesn't like, and I know that there's more to life than the good side of life, where of not sinning. That's what I have to look forward to if I don't sin, is everlasting life. But if I didn't care, it's just like what the Bible says. There's two roads. There's a broad road and there's a narrow road. The broad road is where you just don't care. You just do whatever. But that's the one that leads off to destruction. The narrow road is where you do God's will, and that one leads to everlasting life. So I mean, it doesn't matter what I think, or I mean, it's just I could take the spacious and wide road, but I know what that's going to lead me to, and then the warning is right there in the Bible. There's warnings too. So there's no excuse when God comes around and he brings us into account. He's going to say, yeah, well, look.
What if you die and then you realize that the real God is a Muslim God?
Yeah, well.
And they're going to say all the same things. Well, the Quran said, there was all these warnings.
But tell me what the Quran says. I already told you what I said. Tell me what the Quran says, and then maybe if it makes sense to me.
But the Quran it's a separate religion to yours. They don't believe that Jesus is the Son of God. You know what I mean?
They don't. But I know they have their own beliefs. Allah, but Allah is like a mysterious God, the unknown. Jehovah, you do know him. He's in the Bible.
I mean,
his name is there.
They're all the Abrahamic God. Like, you know what I mean? Technically, it's the same kind of concept, but and it could depend on the type. Again, they have the same issues. They have different types of Islam and stuff like that. But that's not what I'm asking you. Like, genuinely, what if you die and you realize you just had the wrong religion?
Well, the thing is that I'm alive now and I have a brain. So the thing is, I have to make that decision now. What is the correct decision? It's not what I'm going to realize when I'm dead. By that time, it might be too late.
Right.
So it's up to me right now to decide, and that's basically it. You know, we
Gotcha.
have the privilege of having a brain, of finding out we're intelligent human beings, so we should be able to reason, you know, and choose for ourselves. That's why we're have a free will. I think it would be cruel of God not to, you know, let us have that, you know, and that's another reason why I believe in God, because there's a lot of things in life that are meant for our enjoyment. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So let me kind of dive away from that. I want to ask you about the. What are your opinion on those pastors, the ones on like the televangelists on TV saying they're curing people and send me money and I'll give you a cure and all that? What's your opinion about those?
Here, the funny thing, man, is that the Bible talks about all this. It even talks about those pastors. It said there will be, you know, people with righteous devotion, but proving false to their power. And those people are bad in God's eyes because they're taking advantage of His name and false religion. So that's what I believe. You know, they're just yeah, they're Ponzi schemes. They take advantage of people in God's name, and that's what makes them worse. You know what I mean? Because God is going to bring to account all those people.
Yeah, because you're familiar with Pat Robinson, right?
No, well, I
The
think so. The guy that comes out on
700
TV in
Club.
the morning.
Uh,
Yeah,
I don't even know if he's still alive or not, but I remember one time I saw a clip of him on YouTube where, which I mean, we don't even know, but it's apparently it was an old lady that wrote him like an email, right? Because they always take Q&A, and she literally said, "I can, I'm only living on Social Security." The
and by
doctors
the way,
gave,
shout out to Blood Boxing. I've been listening to him for years too.
definitely. And like the old lady, and she's saying, "I'm living on Social Security. They just gave me a prescription drug that is gonna take up the money that I usually like use to donate to you." You know what I mean? Like I've been
Yeah,
donating to you for years. The guy literally told her to not take the prescription drug and keep giving money to him.
yeah, he's ruthless. He's ruthless.
So I think we both agree. Yeah. Now, I know because, and the reason I wanted to kind of talk about that was so I see that that's wrong, and you see that that's wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So we can both determine right or wrong, regardless of our perspective. But the reason I'm saying that is, and I mean this. So if someone has a religion, whatever the religion is, okay, and it
yeah,
makes them a better person, it fulfills their life, you know, and all that good stuff. And as
yeah,
long as you're not imposing it on other people, I think religion like that is perfectly harmless. Okay. But
yeah.
I do have problems with guys like the ones we just talked about. I do have problems with people that blow themselves up, like in the Islam religion, like the radicals and stuff like that. I do have problems with churches that want to get involved politically, even
Yeah.
though they're tax exempt and stuff like that. Like I don't have a
But you
problem
know
with
what's
the
funny?
church being tax exempt, but yeah, go ahead.
You know what's funny, these times that the Bible yet again talks about those people, false religion that were being leading a lot of people astray, and that's why. But the thing is, yeah, I do understand why people get you know, upset with religion, because they want to roll all the religions into one. And I'm not by any means saying I do believe Jehovah Witness is, you know, a true religion, but I'm not pushing that on anybody. You know, um, but the Bible says that you will know them by their works, and they will have love amongst each other. So those are the characteristics of the true religion. So even then, it's telling you that there will be false religions, and and God is going to bring to account false religion. There's even the whole book of Revelation talks about the empire of false religion, the harlot, all that, man. The harlot and the is the one that was having like intercourse. That's like the prostitute. You know, that talks about false religion. You know, so I mean that's why I believe, man, because there's a lot of answers, bro. There's a lot of answers, and I can't just like automatically just dismiss that and say, but a lot of people, when they refer to the Bible, oh, the Bible, it's, they translate it their own way. Okay, fine. Or it says a bunch of things, but it doesn't say anything. No, it does say a lot of specific things. And it just boggles my mind how people can just gloss over that, man. Or is it because they're lazy and they don't want to read it? I mean, it's there, and it's the most published book in the world. Why is that? It's the most published book in the world. The Quran isn't, but there's a Bible everywhere. Go to a hotel, there's a Bible.
Well, man, do you have any final thoughts or anything like that, or anything you wanted to ask me?
No. Well, just nice talking to you, man. And I just kind of had to speak up because I'm going through my own issues as well right now, where I'm having to make that determination, or God doesn't push it on anybody. It's up to you to determine what you want to do, or if you want to read the Bible or not. But it's out there, man, if you want to take advantage of it. But these are tough times, man, and God bless everybody, man. And that's why I'm kind of getting religious myself, because I want to get close to God, because I don't know if COVID will take me out, or or whatever.
Oh, we hope the COVID doesn't take anybody out. But I hear you, bro. Thanks for coming on, man.
All right. Bye.
All right, guys. That's Jose. All right. That's Jose. Blood. Unfortunately, I once found love with a witness, but she wouldn't give me none, so I didn't work. I also saw G-Funk, I believe, anyway, earlier. Where was he at? Wasn't G-Funk on? What's up, A-Rod? I don't know if you wanted to come on, A-Rod, let me know. But, I mean, like, here's my thing, man, and I could kind of take at least have an understanding of where Jose is coming from, like his perspective. I appreciate the honesty that he admits that's what he was taught and it's what he chooses to believe. You know what I mean? I'm not exactly convinced like he is about the Bible, but that's okay. You know what I mean? And not everybody has to. I have read the Bible. Now, in its entirety, I haven't read in years. You know what I mean? It's been years. But, anytime somebody pulls a passage or something, I always hear the same things. You know what I mean? It's always the same arguments, kind of regardless of anything. A lot of religious people have started to resort to theist arguments as a deist. You know what I mean? Like, meaning, like, they give arguments that kind of make reference to a creator, like DNA or the fine-tuning of the universe and stuff like that. But deist arguments are one, they're not really proven or anything. But even if, like, what I want people to understand, right? Even if we prove that, and by the way, if anybody else wants to come on, let me know, and see if we can get people kind of like getting callers. You know what I mean? Like that's how we do it. If we take and yes, guys, by the way, shout out to Blood Boxing Spreadsheet. If we take, if let's hypothetically, let's say it's proven that there's a God out there. You know what I mean? Let's say it hasn't been, but let's say it has. Let's say in the future they prove, yeah, like totally. There is a religion out there, or not, I'm sorry. There's a God out there, right? Okay. How do you know it's your God? Like, how are you sure it's your God? And how do you sure it's not more than one God? How do you know maybe it's a God how do we know this God is conscience? How do we know that this God cares, that how many sex partners we have and what position we have sex in. And, you know, if we have sex, you know, before marriage or kids out of wedlock, how do we know that this God really is present during mass and weddings and stuff like that? How do we know this? Like, I just don't understand. Well, in the Bible it says, okay. So what if it says it in the Bible? Like these are like for example, right? Just because the Bible says, like, dude, every religion claims that there's false prophets and false religions, because by definition they believe their religion is right. Right? And before somebody tells me I'm not religious, okay, what do you believe in? I believe in Jesus. Dude, you're Christian at that point. Okay? If you believe that Jesus is the Son of God, you're a Christian. Okay? It's just period. I don't care if you haven't gone to church on Sunday. Okay, I don't care if you know, or any of that. Like, I don't care if you tell me, well, I haven't gone to church, and I just believe what it says in the Bible. If you believe Jesus is the Son of God, you're a Christian. Okay? Like, by definition, you're a Christian, right? So what I want to make sure people understand, right? Every religious argument is the same across the board. Across the board. They all make the same argument. Well, you have to have faith. The proof is in a book or in some type of authority. You know what I mean? Is there a religion that says this may not be right? Probably not. You know, God is generally thought as a supernatural force that created the universe, and nothing is known about God. You know what I mean? Even if a God created the universe, is he all-knowing or is he not? I don't know. We don't know. DStyle last stepped into a church for service in 95, New Year's Day service. A lot of you guys are a lot closer to where I am than you think. Okay? Because any one of you dudes that are religious, right? You can say to yourself, man, DStyle, and I've had you guys tell me, you got to believe because I want you to go to heaven. I don't want you to be in hell. I'm going to pray for you, DStyle. I hope you see the light, right? I keep getting that, right? Like, you guys are genuinely concerned about my salvation, right? I'm not sure how to feel about that, but if you mean well by it, then I guess I appreciate it. But you guys aren't concerned about the Muslim religion, what the Hindus believe, what any other religion believes? You're not concerned about those? You're not concerned about being an infidel, like some Muslims believe? Like, you don't, like, you're not concerned about any of that? The only difference between me and you is that I'm not concerned about the hundreds of thousands of religions there have been in mankind's history. Right? You're just concerned about one more than me. I'm concerned about 0. You're concerned about 1. You're disregarding all the other ones. Do you walk around every day wondering if you got the right religion or what if the Muslims are right? Well, what if these guys are right? What if you guys don't understand that if you were born in another part of the world, you would be in another religion and you would be believing that more than likely. I am not here to rule out a God or gods. Okay? I'm not here to do that because I don't know. All right? Anyone who tells you there's no God is lying. And anyone who tells you otherwise is lying as well. Nobody knows. Okay? No one knows. We can have what we believe, but a lot of you, not only do you tell me you believe there's a God, that's one thing. A lot of you tell me you know there's a God. You know the name of the God. You have specific stories about the God. You tell me that the God appeared here, here, and there. Right? You believe in a specific God. Well, that's something. Ain't it? Let's see. How about the indigenous people who practice their own way of life? That's fine. Anyone who does their own thing is fine. Change your views, bud. I gotcha. All right, what's up to Reggie Owens? Man, I can't wait to get back on this boxing thing, bro. I can't wait, bro. Like, oh, man. I miss doing the 4 shows and stuff like that, but this will do for now. The Aboriginal tribes in the Amazon or the New Guinea. I mean, people can do what they want, bro. You know what I mean? People can do what they want. I'm just trying to understand why we can't get past a certain, like, phase. Who wrote the Bible? Oh, men wrote the Bible, but they were inspired by God. And it was 40 of them. Okay? How do you know every one of them were inspired by God? Well, you just got to believe. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Mr. Doc, just like any sufficiently advanced technology can seem like magic and sufficiently powerful being would seem like a God, by definition, I can say absolutely there is no God. I agree. Like, in the end, let me kind of tell you guys this, right? I'm going to tell you guys this, right? And I want you to think deep about it because it's true, okay? You can't prove any other mind other than your own exists. Okay? You can't really prove that. However, we can presuppose, using logic and reason, that other minds other than my own exist. Right? We can do certain experiments, right? So like if I say, everyone in the chat press 1 if you could hear me. If you could hear me right now, press 1. If you could hear the voice coming out of my mouth. Like just press 1 if you could hear me talking right now. I'm going to press 1. Okay, can somebody press 1? Joe Lopez, 40 ounce, pressed 1. So I have no reason to believe that Boxing Spreadsheet, Kristen and WO don't have a mind of their own because they use their mind to press 1. So did Duke. Okay? I have no reason at all to not believe that. All right? Now, if I say, prove to me your God exists, so I can at least presuppose that he does. Like, don't tell me I can't prove it. Give me something so I can presuppose. Does anybody have anything? At all. Not one. In the Bible it says this. In the Bible it says this and it happened. You know who else said things and predicted things and they happened? The Simpsons. The Simpsons. I'll show you guys. Okay? The Simpsons has predicted things. Okay? Far more accurately than the Bible. Oh, come on, DStyle. You can't say that, DStyle. Accurately. I'm going to have you guys worshiping Homer, bro. Okay? The Simpsons predicted in 2001 that Toys R Us would be closing. They gave you the name of the store, and they predicted one of these days it will close down. Right? Look at that. 15 times the Simpsons predicted the future. And fairness, I think that was after Trump was elected, but okay. But the Simpsons predicted, right, that Trump would be president, all right, before Trump even announced he was going to run for president. You think I'm trolling, Chief Funk, but I'm being honest. There's times that they predicted the future. Is it prophecy? Is that what you're going to tell me? There are videos you can watch where they predict the future. All right? I don't know how true this is, but if this is true, this is a hell of a prophecy. Right? Is it not fair to say that there would be a hell of a prophecy? They predicted that? The Simpsons has had episodes of certain people, like things happening, and then they end up happening. Wouldn't that be a hell of a prophecy? Is it unfair to say that? You know? The Simpsons predicted that Fox, 20th Century Fox, was going to be purchased. All right? See if I could get this bigger here. Hold on. Oh, look, we'll just go to this article. Every time the Simpsons, and this is NME.com, okay? Europe trying to get rid of Greece. They predicted that. The Rolling Stones to keep on rocking into an old age. They predicted that. A three-eyed fish. And 2000, look at this. In 2011, a real-life fish. 20 years later, there was a three-eyed fish. Grease theft. Okay. Okay. One 1998 episode centered around Homer and Bart's racket reselling cooking oil, a crime that seems to death on the surface, right? All right. Tigers fighting back, right? They predicted that Tiger would attack the magicians. It ended up happening in the future. Rigged voting machines. That one wasn't that hard to predict. I could have predicted that. But nonetheless, giant mutated tomatoes, right? They predicted that. Robotic librarians. Horse meat scandal. Hamburger earmuffs. Well, that was weird. Bloody autocorrect on iPhone. They predicted that. All right. The President Trump. They predicted that. Disney's takeover of 21st Century Fox. They predicted that as well. Now, you may say, oh, come on, that's ridiculous. Well, I mean, you could say that, but you could also argue it's prophecy, right? That's what I hear all the time. Well, the Bible said this, and look. And the Bible in no way, shape, or form predicts it that clearly. It doesn't say, like, oh, no, it does, look. On verse this and that, it says that a man of loud mouth and low IQ and blah, 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 however they're going to word it, right? That they predict FaceTime AMG. Prophet Homer. I'm telling you, bro, you know that you know that dude Homer? They used to write all those like the Odyssey and all that. Maybe there's something to that, bro. Maybe the Greeks were onto something. There's one where they predicted Greece will go bankrupt. Hey, you know what I mean? I am telling you guys. Prophet Homer. Can somebody name me one thing that the Bible predicts in that much detail, like the ones I just mentioned? Oh, and now I'm going to get the conspiracy theorist out. who are going to say that the government, that we are in control, and this is the way of the government giving the signs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, see, people are in control. They knew that Donald Trump would be, you know, ahead of time. So it's okay to use Disney, this and that as some type of, because, you know, there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there, but I'm just saying. Like, can somebody, and I know people are going to say, oh, DStyle, you're just trying to be funny, DStyle. DStyle, come on, dude. The Simpsons just guessed that. They just guessed all these detailed, you know, foreseen things that ended up happening in the future, right? We live in a world of almost like 8-9 billion people. Okay, can I get AJ 10? Can you find me the figure? How many humans there's in the world? Okay, find me that figure. But why, DStyle? Why are you looking for that figure, DStyle? So, in the Bible it says that there's going to be a drought. There's a drought somewhere in the world every year and has been since the beginning of fucking time. There's a drought somewhere. Okay? Oh, the drought's in California. It says that in the Bible. And the Simpsons can give me the name and everything, and then those things end up happening. Why can't the Bible do it? 7.8 billion, bro. Do you guys know how much that is? Do you know how much a billion is? I don't think a lot of you guys know what that is. Now, the one I'm hearing a lot, and I know Jose talked about it. I wanted to be respectful to Jose. I wanted to kind of give his thoughts. And a lot of you guys are religious as well, so I wanted him to kind of give your thoughts to him as well. But, you know, he did mention about COVID-19. It could be a sign of the end times. COVID-19, less than 2 million out of 708 billion people have it right now. Let's say it gets 10 times bigger than it is right now. That's going to be 20 million out of 7.8 billion. That's assuming it's going to be 10 times bigger. And I'm actually giving it a little more credit. It's not quite a 2 billion. It might be at 2 million right now, but now I'm not taking it lightly. I understand it's serious, but I understand what you guys are saying. The Spanish flu, at least from what we know, was far, far more deadly than this. Okay? All right? And smallpox, not to be confused with chickenpox. Like, I had pox. I survived it, baby. Like, no. Smallpox. Okay? Smallpox wiped out the Aztecs, bro. Okay? The Aztec Empire that had millions of people in it wiped them out. Right? If you believe your history teacher, okay, when they tell you that 500 Spaniards wiped out, millions of Aztecs, okay, I don't care if, dude, I don't give a fuck if they had horses and steel, okay, and muskets. Like I don't give a fuck. Like, at the end of the day, you're not going to wipe out millions, all right? It's not like a whole armada showed up. Right? The Aztecs started fucking sacrificing these motherfuckers, got their blood on them, okay? And then the fucking smallpox wiped them out, okay? We're not even close to something like that. Smallpox wiped out almost 60%, well, depending on what studies you see, 40 to 60%, let's say half, of Europe. Could you imagine 150 million people getting wiped out in the United States? And you want to say that this virus is biblical proportions? No, it's not. Right? And also the people that got in it has a high kill rate against an old person. It's like 10%. And then it's drastically lower. That's if they get it. And then there's a 90% chance you survive if you're old and fragile. Okay? Like, I'm just saying. If the coronavirus took out 1 billion people, then I would believe in the a little more and the end of times belief. Like, can it wipe out 10%? If it wipes out 10% of the population, that would be horrific, guys. I don't think you guys understand like what 10% of the population would be and how that would impact your life. That means 1 out of every 10 people you know in your life are going to die. Give or take. Right? At average. Could you just imagine that? You have 100 coworkers, 10 will be dead. Just off of this. Just think about that. That's just 10%. Imagine half. God damn. All right? Look at that. Facts, AJ. 10 and the human population was a lot smaller than it is today. All right? A lot smaller. By the way, I was on DStyleBoxing Live's show a couple days ago, and some dude on there made a claim, and I didn't dispute it or agree with it at the time, okay? Because I wasn't sure. You know what I mean? I wasn't there to fact check, but the guy said that the Aztecs, and I kind of figured it wasn't true, but I just let it be. He said that the Aztecs were like Hannibal Lecter, bro. Like they would eat people. That's not true. Okay. That's been disproven. So, you know what I mean? That's completely disproven. Those are things that their only source are from the conquistadores, okay, that supposedly witnessed like natives cooking rivals. Like how the fuck would they even like get that close to know that? Okay, like are you kidding me? All right. And these were people that were convinced that these people were savages, right? And were forcing religion on them, which was Catholicism. Believe me, I'm not going to take them as a credible source. Plus, that aside, no. That's not what the evidence shows. I'm just throwing that out there, letting it be, all right? The Aztecs were not cannibal. No, they weren't. And believe me, that's kind of Eurocentric in the sense that a Eurocentric kind of historical perspective, right? To make them look like these savages that had to be taken out. I mean, my God, you want us to feel guilty about wiping out the Aztecs and shit, and taking their land and all that, and raping all the women of all the other natives? Bro, I'm telling you, these people were eating each other. All right? So I'm just saying, it's a war against the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay. I mean, that's interesting. Yeah, historically, Coronas look a bit overrated at the moment unless you own stock in toilet paper and hand sanitizer companies. That's right. Corona has to be taken serious. I do disagree. Boxing historian, Zealots of Israel, Big Brian. I do disagree that it's not it is a pandemic. The thing is that we have like if Corona was around, if this same Corona hit the human race like 100 years ago, it would be deadly as fuck. Okay? Just like the flu, right? The only difference is that we have vaccines for the flu. Okay, that's why it's not just wiping out fucking 50 million people at once. Okay? In a matter of a couple months. That's why it's not doing that. Okay, not to say people don't die from the flu. You got to keep account of people that don't take their shots, and you got to take into account that the vaccine doesn't stop you from getting it. And if somebody gets it, despite of anything, they can still die from it. But a small number, it's contained. You know what I mean? But I will tell you, bro. All right, that our technology and medicine and hospitals and a lot of the antibiotics we have, and I'm not saying antibiotics work for Corona specifically, but they do work for other things. Like if somebody got smallpox today, we would help them, no problem. Like the mortality rate is very, very low. You know what I mean? So Saying that. They're saying that black and Hispanics, natives are getting a higher rate now. I will say, man, look, I just want everybody to be taken care of, regardless of race, regardless of gender. Just take care of everybody, okay? And we're capable of doing that. So it's that there's no reason that can't be done. If anybody else wants to come in, bro, because before I roll out, you know what I mean? Let me know. Also, today we have a world coming together to find adequate treatments as possible cure. Exactly. We could communicate to each other a lot faster. The whole nine, bro. We're in a row. Man, mankind's advanced as shit right now. I'm telling you guys. We are so advanced, it ain't funny, bro. Right? You know, one of the problems initially with smallpox in Europe was before they kind of knew what it was. Because at first they said it was sin, and look, in the Bible it says it did the same thing. In the Bible it says, look, it says right here that it's going to be a plague and this and that, and you know they'll go to this verse and that verse. Okay, right? So you know you look at that, right? Right, all right. Oh, it said right here, oh, look, you know, mankind is sinning, and that's why this is happening. So at first they thought it was sin, you know? And there might be a lot of people today that still think it was sin. It wasn't. Okay, it was a disease, a plague that was transmitted from rats to humans. And then once a human caught a human could pass it to somebody else. Okay? So, just saying. You know, if the virus hit the 50s, it would have been more deadly. Yes, in the 50s, it would have been deadly, no doubt. They do handpick verses. I don't know what Ronda Rousey said. Hulk Hogan. So I don't really have an opinion on that right now. She might be making a comeback. Let me tell you something, bro. Kayfabe is dead, but shooting is now the new kayfabe, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So that's that. People who live in the cities are more likely to get the virus. Yes. Because they're closer together and stuff like that. You know what I mean? New York is really, really bad. It's getting bad, bro. But hopefully New York hit the peak and all that, but we'll see. All right, guys. I'm going to cut this one short. I want to thank everybody that came in, man. I know that I don't come on that much, only in the weekends. I'll be on tomorrow. Go to my community page and click on all this shit, bro. Like I want to know how you stand versus Corona. You know? See how Brian, what year were you born? See if Brian would survive Corona, bro. I need to see this. Is Big Brian still on the chat? Your reason failure. What's your? What about you, bro? What month? If I said year, I apologize. What month were you born in? January, okay. All right. So according to the DStyle thing here, I want to Reggie, before you go, what month were you born in, Reggie? So Big Brian is Floyd Mayweather. Okay. And he was born in January. Oh, shit. Floyd Mayweather versus Pernell Whitaker. I think you're going to be in a fight if you get Corona. Miguel Monreal says he's got Porter versus Roger Mayweather. Oh, that's interesting. Weight train him. You know what I mean? Like you get him 135. Weight train Sean Porter. Floyd versus Pernell. Yeah, man. Oh, man. I don't know, bro. Maybe you won't catch Corona. You know what I mean? Like maybe Corona will be too slippery for you to catch. Hey. Shit's funny, bro. Who else hasn't done this shit? Your recent failure. What's the letter of your first name and month you were born? Let's see if we could put it on here. Where you at? By the way, guys, jab the like, bro. I seen we were close to 29 earlier. There's only 17 likes. And I mean, just saying. All-time matchup it is. Man, I miss talking boxing, bro. I don't think your recent failure hurt me or something. Yeah, John Cena buried Roman Reigns. Dude, I'm not even that impressed with John Cena, but compared to Roman Reigns, he's like amazing on the mic compared to Roman Reigns. Well, guys, I want to thank you for coming on, man. Once again, go to my community page and leave a comment right there, man. Right here, okay? Go to DStyleBoxing. Go to community. Go to my channel. Go to the community and leave a comment and thumbs up the post, okay? And I'm gonna, I'm gonna run out. This is DStyle. Peace.